Oh. What?
We on?
Yeah. Something just said an error. It wouldn't do it. It said error loading in the app for the toolbox when I clicked on it.
Oh yeah, that joint is trash.
Recording live from somewhere. It's the world's famous TITT, its home team in the motherfucking house.
No question.
It is I, Davis backwards, and who state your name, gangsta.
Philmatic 365, aka the 453,000 Wakandan.
Let's go. Shout to everybody out there in the world that's checking us out. We appreciate it. We're recording courtesy of the War Room Sports Podcast Network. Shout to Dev, shout to Jimmy, shout to B. Austin, shout to the Burtons, John Appetit in the War Room. Definitely shows that you should check out if you're not hip. But if you're listening to us, you might be hip already. Also, definitely want to give a shout out to the official watch of the Tissue and Tape podcast, and that is Tally and Twine. That's right, the official watch company. Shout to Randy Williams.
Got the new women's collection, yo. So
hey, get it popping. I know Valentine's Day is already
putting the pressure on us.
It's already fast, but you still can get in there and get good for St. Patrick's Day and April Fool's, Easter. Use the code TITT to get 10% off. That's right.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, let's do it. First, we definitely want to again give a shout out to everybody that's listening to us. You could have been anywhere in the world. You could have been in the movie theater watching.
Nervous as hell watching all the white people with jackets. Hey man,
talk to them.
It's real.
Oh no, it's definitely real. No, we say that kind of jokingly, but in this climate that we're in right now,
yeah, man.
We definitely do for sure though want to definitely just give thoughts and prayers to everybody out there affected. Just by the whole Parkland, Florida, mass shooting,
people killed, man.
It's just something that like you said, Phil. People talk about American Pie. As American or apple pie, as American as apple pie. Pretty soon, it's just gonna be as.
Yeah, man, it's getting to the point where I don't think you can ever get numb to, mass killing of kids.
Yeah.
It's just becoming so normal. It's almost not surprising anymore. Like,
it's retarded, man.
It's beyond that, man, because a lot of this could be avoided. I'm not saying it can be eliminated, but it can be drastically reduced. But I mean that I don't even want to get into that rant, man.
No, for sure. We, again, we just want to make sure that our listeners know that we are, thinking about the families and the friends and the community.
Absolutely.
And, just thinking about them too, because it does affect everybody. So everybody just hold your head and hug your people. I'm not saying in the sense of. You just never know what somebody's going through before they get to that point.
Yeah, man.
That
school is about an hour from where I used to live.
Yeah, Broward County, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's tragic. But yeah, we hope everybody is safe. We hope nobody rumbles, nobody fights, nobody gets into it. Black Panther has the biggest opening, that it possibly could have. Let's just talk about it. Like February used to be the month where they just used to just stick the most bum, most stupid,
whatever trash they wanted to.
Malibu's most wanted, whatever. Like it used to be that's the month.
52 stories about like stories.
Yeah, it used to be that time, and Ryan Coogler. You know, Chadwick and company, they're showing people like, nah, not this time. You know, not this time. So
this is Chadwick Boseman, aka King Thurgood, James Robinson.
Thurgood, Jackie James Brown, T'Challa Robinson.
The third, yo, the third. Imagine, yo, the third junior. Oh,
no doubt.
Yo, he has like a Mount Rushmore of black people. Like,
yeah. I mean,
like
he's not
fictional
done.
and real. No, he's not done. I mean, is boy even 30?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, he has to be.
Yeah, he's been around for a while. If I'm guessing, he's probably a couple years younger than us. He's right in that Lance Gross. Yeah. I'm thinking around there. But yeah, doing his thing. You know, he definitely took Lance Gross. Yeah, Lance Gross looked like he was gonna be the black dude, you know, that I guess, you know, the black dude
that got all the roles
from Howard, you know, that got the roles. He was just like, nah, Lance.
I got that out.
Yeah, I got this, family. It's all good.
Pardon me, Duke.
Yeah, you could be the next Tay Diggs, but I got this. So, yeah, we'll see.
Yo, but Ryan Coogler, though, man, dude is 31 years old.
Yeah, he's on fire.
All right, so his last 3 movies.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so going in reverse order: Black Panther, Creed, and Fruitvale Station. Though.
Yeah.
Every 2 years.
Yeah, no, he's definitely doing things that black directors haven't been able to do with you think about it, you go from indie darling to a part of a, you know, classic iconic franchise,
reinvigorated the franchise, gave it life again, because Rocky was fighting fucking Ultimate Fighters at Bridge and Pratt until Ryan Coogler's like, oh man, this dude.
Yeah, and apparently Creed 2 was probably gonna be on the way, may even make it to the screen next year.
Yeah, man. It's funny, man. I forgot who they said is gonna play. Somebody's gonna play Ivan Drago's kid. It's somebody we know. I can't. It escapes me right now. But yeah, I was like, Mr. T gonna have a son. He gonna have like he gonna have mad little necklaces on. You know, little tight choker necklaces like the young boys be wearing now. He gonna have that Migos special.
Oh man, I hope not.
All types of Versace.
Yeah, that's my favorite part though. Hey woman. Oh, he's talking to Adrian Greasy.
yo, man.
You want you a real man. Oh no. Oh.
Rocky should have murdered Mr. T in that joint, yo.
That should have
the way he was talking.
Hey woman.
You look mighty cute in them jeans. He said something like super greasy too. I can't remember what he said. He was like, if you don't want a real man, come over here.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. Oh, Rock.
He Funk Flex growled at her, yo.
Yeah, well. Yo, speaking of Funk Flex, it's been a few months since Black Thought blacked out on there. It just off the top of my head, I think it was like December 11th, maybe.
Yeah, it's
been a couple months.
Yeah, and
we're gonna talk about Black Thought. You said Funk Flex, so it just made me think.
Has anybody even been on there since he?
No, but we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into that.
Okay.
I definitely, because this was an article that you found out that I thought was extremely dope, but I need some receipts. I just need to just make sure that this is real. You know, you see stuff like this, and you know stuff like this from time to time. You hear that it's gonna happen, and it's like, is this really gonna be the case? Like, is that, like the 5 points? So we talked about this with Reem several, maybe like a couple years ago.
Lost you for a minute.
Yeah, I'm here.
You back?
Okay. They talked about just destroying the murals at 5 Points. And anybody that's not familiar with that, it's like a graffiti, almost like a graffiti mecca. Just think about
out in Queens, right?
Yeah. Just think about how official it would be if you had some of the great graffiti art just all on one spot. And Phil, the article that you had posted was saying that the artists were gonna actually get $6.7 million distributed between them.
Yeah, between 13 artists, I believe it was.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
Yeah. I was
you sure?
Like, I was like, I had
to, out there.
Yeah, I had to double and triple check, and then I found it on CNN too. I was like,
I went to the New York Times for it. I was like, wait, hold on now.
Yeah. Like, I was like, because even CNN be getting stuff wrong. They be following, what the fuck.com, and down about and big bowlers be like, this is not a media site, which you repost and everything, but it actually is legit.
It was actually altogether it was 21 total artists.
Okay.
So they started the dismantling of it in 2013, and then basically over the years it's finally got it to the point where unrecognizable.
And the situation was the dude bought it to build luxury it's what you, and he didn't get all the permits to tear it down. The judge even said had he waited like 10 months to a year before doing this, he probably wouldn't have penalized him anything.
Yeah,
because he would have been totally within his rights, but because he rushed to do it and kind of and from what I understand from some of the other articles I read, it was basically, depending on who you ask, he did it sooner than he should have out of spite, just to as a fuck you to the artist. And $6.7 million later,
here we are.
Yeah.
It was an interesting case for people that are fans of New York City law, because it actually put two of the most influential sectors against each other, which is the art world and the real estate business world. Which
that's such a large subcultures within the Apple.
Exactly.
It's crazy.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool to just see justice be served in that sense. Hopefully maybe something else can come about this with all this paper they're getting. Maybe they can put the cans together to maybe make their own somewhere else. But
that would be dope. But man, it's still 5. Have you ever seen 5 Points? Have you ever visited?
So no, I can't say that. No, I've actually probably been all through, it's in Long Island City, and I got people out there, but no, we never actually went there, and I'm kind of pissed. I actually was like, yo, this existed and y'all ain't take me there. It was good.
It's one of those things that I saw it so young, I didn't really appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
And then it wasn't like the digital era like it is now, or where everything you document everything with your phone. That wasn't even an option when I was there. So it was for a brief, because I always said I wanted to see real graffiti, so that I got to see it. But it was, like I said, I didn't really get to appreciate it, and I didn't get to document it the way. I mean, I have it in here, but it's not the same. And then that's something I can never, take the Champ or Z to go see anymore. So although they did get paid, that's something that I wonder how. I kind of think I know how they feel, but I'd be interested to hear from the artist, if that 6.7 million, however it gets broken down between them, is that comforting, knowing that something that you put your blood, sweat, and tears into, seeing it get destroyed, is that comforting?
it was described as the world's largest open air aerosol museum, which is, it's a rare type of thing nowadays. Like, you don't have that many spots dedicated to that. They actually the Graffiti City here in Austin was a nice, like, kind of touristy attraction, place where people could marvel at that type of art. They actually just whitewashed that recently. Like, they told people, like, yo, y'all got about 3 more weeks of this, so if you want to get your cameras, bring your kids, whatever, do it, because we're about to shut all this down. But
I tell you this, destroying art is but if they want to give us $6.7 million, they can delete all these episodes.
Yeah, they can take every one.
So I'll tell you that.
Yeah, they could actually
make new ones. We'll make new ones.
No question. But yeah, man, shout out to the people that, white people are amazing, when they actually want to, like, band together and create some stuff, like, ain't no stopping them. They created Visual Arts Rights Act, aka VARA. And for all intents and purposes, if you ask me which of these two acts between Visual Artists Rights Act and the Voting Rights Act of of 1960, if you
explain this to the people.
This is what actually got them paid. Like, the jury found that he violated that Jerry Wolkoff, or whatever his name is, the real estate developer, that he actually violated the Visual Artists Rights Act. Like, they have a right to yeah, it's weird, but it was put in place. It says that it's been used to protect public art of recognized stature that's been created on someone else's property. So that's some white people stuff. It's
like the Biggie mural could fall into this.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm sure it is. Like, to the point where, like, if it's almost like it's not quite a historical landmark, but unofficially it is. You can't just come up there and then one day just be like, yo, man, F big, yo, West Side, like, and just like whitewash it. Like, if you do, like, you be in some deep trouble. So
if you draw, better be Picasso.
Right. So it's like, yo, I was like, they come up with anything they want, yo.
Yo, yeah, man.
Man. So yeah, shout out to whoever got on his high horse and got the Visual Artists Rights Act passed. It just got these
that was artist that took a stop sign, pigeon feathered, and some moldy cheese and called it art. And then when somebody threw that shit in the trash, what are you doing? You're ruining it. And it didn't know that they pop was Mr. Cohen,
right,
Esquire, and got some judge friends. Yeah, man, it's all politics as usual.
But
whatever got to that money, man.
One last thing,
got them some kind of
to give people an idea. It wasn't a small thing. They were like 45 of the murals that were actually erased had enough artistic stature to be protected under the Visual Artists Rights Act. Wow. So, like, that's quite a bit. So think 45 of those Biggie murals, essentially. 45 of the Pun, all the ones that.
Yeah, for my people in Philly, they went around and just start, demolishing
Malcolm X, Grover Washington Jr.
Yeah, the Dr. J and
So it's just that gives your city like some soul, like it gives it.
Come on, man. When have they ever had soul or flavor or seasoning? I mean,
but yeah, man.
You blend his white people Kool-Aid. Shout out to Fonte.
That was probably one of the best stories we saw all week. So
definitely. I got a big smile on my face off of that.
Man, one of the other stories that we have to talk about we like before we kind of get into the rest of the show, man. The Roots picnic. So it's something that
once again it's on
that we talked about quite a bit last year because they had two. They had their actual.
They have it two this year too. Again, right?
I'm pretty sure, just based off of the success, I would guess that they probably would do that. They had their one in June last year, and then they had the other one in Central Park. I think that was featuring Wu-Tang, if I'm not mistaken.
October. I think.
Well, this year, it was the lineup was so dope. And you know, I always like when I was there, I probably went to 2 or 3. The last one I went to, Nas was the headliner with the Roots, and that was pretty cool. But yeah, this one here, man, it's like they just keep going, man.
This thing is growing and growing, man.
Yeah, they got Dave Chappelle hosting with special guests, so you already know that could mean your Black Star reunion. Yeah, you know that could easily.
That's the first thing I thought of. Yo, he has pulled like you never know who he's gonna bring. Like
he could have Ye.
Yeah, you stole my words because I was just about to say, I was like, don't be surprised if we see old Kanye up there, man.
I'd kick myself if that happened. I wasn't there.
Louis back, yeah, man. Because I feel like I want to go just because Dave is so unpredictable. I mean, like you seen these shows at Radio City?
Yeah,
he was pulling
Lil Wayne.
Like you might get Badu, Lil Wayne, Common. I mean, he was getting. I think he got LL to perform. Yeah. No, he got Ice Cube to perform. For sure. Just because he was in town, like just off the come holler at us, and
So okay, so Dave and special guest. Say what you want.
John Mayer might pop up in.
Yeah, for sure. They're like touring now. Say what you want about Lil Uzi Vert. Say what you want. Old dinosaur people. This has to be a huge moment.
A star, man.
Huge moment for him in his hometown, right down the street from where he grew up. With the amount of star power the year that he had last year, that is gonna be bananas.
He left off Bad and Bougie.
Yo, when they play it on the radio, they definitely leave that last verse off of his. And I always laugh when they do it. But I mean, it's like a 6-minute song if you keep his verse. So it's like you can't have that when you got ads to sell. Well, the Diplomats.
Yo, that's gonna
Yeah, Cam, Jimmy, Jewels, Freaky.
Get them computers putin'.
Yeah, that's gonna be.
Get those festivals festive.
Titty 2. 2 Chainz, who always puts on a nice show.
2 Necklace.
Yeah. Always puts on a nice show. Brandy. Ain't that Brandy's brother?
Where they find her at? Like, they unwrap her.
Yeah, Rhapsody.
You already know.
DJ Drama, Gangsta Grill, special guest.
That's another one that
could get crazy. And the always vaunted, always anticipated Black Thought, J. Live mixtape, Fabulous and Kiss are the featured guests for that. So that's gonna be insanity, man. Yeah. So I hope they stream it if nothing else. Definitely.
If it's like last year, we should be good money because it was definitely streamed last year.
They have a podcast stage this year. So Drink Champs, shout to Nori. On one with Angela Rye. I mean, she was one of our, for 2017, she was up there as far as the Black Diamonds. Questlove Supreme, one of the best podcasts / shows that people haven't heard, featuring Fonte and the crew.
Questlove Supreme is like one of those destination shows. Like it's like Breaking Bad. It's like the reason to turn AMC on.
Yeah,
like nobody was going to AMC before Breaking Bad and Walking Dead.
So they must have gave him a crazy bag.
They did
because like. Why would he be like? I always think like, if he was just like Bill Simmons or, like even if he was just like Joe Budden, like he would have like top 3, top 5 podcasts if it was just a regular standalone joint. So
I was like, yo,
you can't even
the jewelry people gave him gave him a show.
Jared and Zales. Yeah, brought to you by Jared and Zale. But no, like I actually downloaded Pandora one time so I could listen to an episode. They had somebody I wanted to listen to.
Is Fonte a co-host on that joint?
Yeah, I mean, it's like featuring Quest Love Supreme featuring Fonte.
Oh yeah, so
like 40.
He like Quest's Stu Gotts.
Yeah, exactly. But yo, like even me trying to play it back like on Pandora, it was weird because it broke it up into segments, and then the player on it was dumb. I was like, oh nah.
Pandora's just a shitty app. I mean, let's unless you want to.
I mean, yeah. Well, let's not. You know, hey. It just for me. That? Just for me, I
don't like it though.
Yeah, I can't rock with it.
It's not user friendly at all.
It's not. Well, it's meant to just stream. You're not actually supposed to have much on demand capabilities.
Yeah, you're just supposed to just take what we give you.
Yeah,
or build something in, but it's strictly it was meant to be streaming.
Well, it was ahead of its time. Like when back in like 20. I want to say like 2010. I was gonna say 2009, but maybe like 2010 like was where it probably hit its peak.
But it's entrenched though, because it's like you can get it through so many different ways to get it, like through I was about to say the device's name, but then it'll start asking me questions.
Oh yeah, you don't want to do that.
Oh, that joint's crazy, man. I was watching wrestling and one of the wrestlers has the same name as the device.
Oh wow.
Saying it, and it kept coming on. I was like, yo, that joint's crazy.
It's the real. Those dudes are like bing bing bow bow boom 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 boom. Those two brothers. AKA shoot your face out. Those dudes. It's the real is a fourth one, and then the best podcast in the business, yo. Man, the realest podcast ever. Shout to Chad and Matt, man. Yes, unbelievable to see that there. That was like the people's champ choice right there. Like all those other ones are like heavyweights with people that they have that influence to where like you didn't bat an eye when you saw that. But when you saw that,
when I saw that shit, I was like Ray Liotta and Goodfellas when he was listening to the radio and he found out they pulled out the Lufthansa heist.
Yeah.
And he's like Jimmy. that's how I was in the joint. I was happy for them dudes, man. And I told him too, man, because like that literally, they like pound for pound. They show like I told him, I was like, a lot of these other shows that could like do these crazy numbers, that's off of their name from other things and the money behind them and the celebrity that they bring in. If you could bring in a to sit down with you, you would do the same thing. It's just one of them things, man. Like they got some shit. I mean, because Matt, like I know he did things. But that dude, he has to revisit that. Yeah, for sure. The live shits, the stories from the bus. I'm rolling.
Yeah, he could make a show just off of that alone.
Holla at us, Matt. Let's do that. But no, like definitely shout out to the realest podcast ever.
Yeah.
That almost made me want to take a trip just to
that exactly. That's kind of what still might, depending on what happens. June is a busy month for me, but
my year is so crazy already. But
it's looking good.
I'm about to roll like after this. You know what I mean?
Right, exactly. Shout out to the whole War Room family.
No doubt. We formed like Voltron.
Yeah.
Didn't know how deep we was because we all ain't sit together.
That's right.
I love
Oh no, it's one of the best ones. UAC, get their P's in. Yo, shout out to the homie, yo, but he got to stop this, man. Let's talk about this real quick.
Homie.
You gotta stop with the dinosaur talk, man. You know, I wasn't even on that last year, but now that's what I'm calling it. Because I'm not even a curmudgeon like that. Like 2017 was a year where anybody that you can think of at least came out with the project, and if it wasn't stellar, it was at least something that if you felt like they put their heart into it, or they put, it wasn't just something they threw out there. And then not only that, so many unsung heroes that we tried to champion throughout the year came out with projects last year. So stop that whole, hip hop is on life support, hip hop is dead stuff, because that's just not true, man.
We had a list of like 100 albums.
Yeah.
That were quality.
Yeah.
It might not be for you. It may not be your flavor, but that didn't take away from that they made quality music. Right. I mean, because I can appreciate something that may not be my particular taste,
right?
But it was made with quality. They put effort into it, and that's really all you could ask for. I mean, you're not gonna like everything. I mean,
the homie would be the first one to tell you he was late to the Side of Prince train. I think he just started listening.
When he was here with me, mm-hmm. he hadn't heard it. We was playing it. Right. He was like, "Oh, I haven't heard it yet."
Right.
And then he proceeded to give me a list of things that he hadn't heard.
Right.
And I'm like, "Yo, this is December, dog." Like,
so my whole thing is he heard Sci-Hi somewhere in January, and he was like, "Yo, joint dope, joint straight," and I'm like. Okay, when you get the stuff is when you get to it, but you can't listen to an album 6 weeks later. One of the best albums of the year. You can't.
The best album of the year for my money.
Yeah, me too. But you can't you can't listen to it 6 weeks later and say, "Oh, okay, that joint was dope." I didn't listen to dude because I thought he was like Stat Quo, and it's like. Well, if you've ever heard him, spit on Sway or on Flex or
you'll once and you'll know.
Yeah, you'll know he's not that. So that right there kind of that tells me like people have their own misconceptions. Like you'll listen to 444 1,000 times before you listen to a new album. So
and to tell me you haven't, you 2008. It's like, I mean, there's been so many dope albums since 2008, and unless it's rock related somehow, right? It probably won't get heard.
And that's your own hang up. That's fine, but it's just don't project that on everybody else. So anyway, I said that to say, man, we got joints coming out, man, especially in March alone.
Before we even get hold on, I know where you're going.
Yeah,
but before we even get to March, next week, Jericho Jackson.
Yeah,
yo.
Yeah.
Elzai and Crisis.
Yeah.
And I mean,
L.
shout out to L, man.
L is hungry. People always like, "Yo, what's up with L? What's up with L?" Like L's like, "Oh no."
People keep saying he don't make enough music. He's like, "Oh, word."
Yeah.
Here I go.
Yeah. So he's Jericho Jackson is on the way. They released a single. Actually got some pretty good love on Apple Music, which I was excited to see. February 23rd for that. Put your money where your mouth is. Pre-order it now. Looks like it's about 12 tracks. And it's under that Jamla Records.
Jamla got a lot of joints. This is what we was talking about, man. When we were saying Jamla got a lot of work coming. Mm-hmm. This is one of the main joints we was talking about.
This one came out the blue too. Like we like they teased it maybe like 3 weeks ago, I guess, and then all of a sudden they just started to roll it out. So, how hard is that for an artist, like especially like someone that people say doesn't put out enough stuff, to be sitting on something like this and not be able to tell?
And and just knowing that he got fired, yo.
Yeah. So yeah, Jericho Jackson starting next week, February 23rd. Prhyme 2, which is March 16th. They have the single S out now, Era featuring Dave East. And it looks like they shot a video for that. They have a video for a song called Rockets that's coming out next.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they've been extremely active in terms of letting people know, kind of, you know, staying out there. Royce does a good job on social media anyway, keeping people, you know, just interested in letting them know that they're working.
Prime time.
The good thing about this era, you know, that like speaking of eras, you can basically work up to the last minute. You know,
put your little last minute changes, and because there's little to no physical copies, or they'll come later,
right?
You know,
yeah. So looking forward to see some of the surprises they have in store. Definitely Prhyme was. I mean, people throw the word out there, but it's pretty much a classic. You know, when you look at just those two coming together, actually doing it, and then, you know, there wasn't a whack track on the joint, so there's that. And then we got the news that Black Star was on their way back too.
They need more people.
Yeah, I mean, Madlib said it, so Madlib normally doesn't really he didn't cap too much, like when he speaks.
True.
You know, it's normally like he's not wasting people's time.
And his last project with Freddie Gibbs, Pinata, was amazing.
Yeah.
So
yeah, so if you know, if he said it, I'm probably gonna go ahead and say 20 years later. I mean, it would make sense, right? 20 years later.
Yeah.
I was just asking people. I asked you and I asked Jimmy, like, yo, are you excited? Everybody kind of had the same response, like, yo, I mean, if you're telling me these dudes is going to get together and do it right, like, how can I not be?
Yeah, man. I mean, their chemistry is amazing, man.
Mm-hmm.
And it was always disappointing that that was all that they did.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they didn't capitalize off of. I'm not saying they should have rushed another project out, but I always felt like they should at least, you know, gave us a song or two, you know.
Well, it was weird because okay, so they came out with that, and then Black on Both Sides, and then Train of Thought. So it was kind of like, well, you know what? If y'all can put out stuff like this, and then when the subsequent albums started to come out, the Esoteric, you know, Reflection Eternal,
even if they did one for years, like Black Star, you know, Black Star.
Yeah,
you know,
but it got to the point where people stopped even checking for it, where it was like, I know for like a few years, people were like, all right. And then they got to the point where it was like, oh, okay, like these dudes really aren't.
Then they did the joint with, I think, they did the mixtape with Lieutenant Dan, I think.
Yeah.
And we thought he was gonna get it then.
Oh yeah, the Dave Chappelle kind of like that. It was like, oh, okay.
That it got them together for they wanted a Reflection Eternal joint.
Yeah,
you know.
So
I mean, there's been some instances where we got some joints, you know, but
people stop clamoring for it after a while. Like, all right, this ain't gonna never happen. Especially once we got to know Most a little bit better and saw how kind of enigmatic he is.
Like, once he moved out the country, it was kind of like.
Well, I mean, yeah, just leading up to that, he just was kind of like I'm gonna do this and then I'm out. Pop in, pop out, pop in, pop out. So, yeah, maybe there is hope for another Outkast album.
Man.
Yeah, I know.
Yo, them dudes could get the Super Bowl if they wanted. I mean, we already discussed that.
It could happen, but who knows? You heard it here first. But yeah, this is for all my people. We just named 2 definite projects and a possible, so 2 and a possible, like spades.
Shout out to Evidence too.
Whether or not,
which is it's real solid.
It's dark.
I mean, but
anybody's familiar with with Dilated, you know, and you know, kind of his work. It's dark. He's not, you know, it's not to put the top down and celebrate life. But
hold on, time out. We're gonna talk about evidence. I need to ask you though.
Sure.
What the fuck happened to De'Aaron Fox? So like, have you seen dude lately?
Maybe like a couple games ago.
No, like he has like a band-aids on his forehead, one on his chin. Did he have like a mole surgery or something that we don't know about? Like, I mean, yo, this is wild. Like this is not like a Nelly situation.
Nelly, no D Wade. He just got announced as the replacement for Lonzo Ball in the rookie game. So maybe he's getting prepared, man.
That's cool, but like he's on Sports Center with band-aids all over his face. I'm hoping I need to know something. Like, this is not a good look, yo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. Shout to him. I mean, the thing about All-Star, which is funny, they get these Thursday games out the way, and then next thing you know, it's like you go to work, and then celebrity game is like on. So and then the rookie game, so it comes at you quick.
Yo, your boy Kev gonna be in a celebrity game again this year?
Nah, he's not, man. This kind of, I guess they said that enough is enough. They gave him 4 MVPs, and I think they're actually trying to make it a little bit more competitive this year because they got some guys that can actually kind of play. But they got like Tracy McGrady out there, like dudes that actually like.
So who can really hoop then?
Well, they just there you go. Pew, pew. They just announced that everybody's favorite Migo, Quavo's gonna be out there.
Lord Quavius gonna be on the you know he
Lord Quavius. Justin Bieber's just been added to it, who's a previous MVP. But you know he loves basketball.
T-Mac will be all right because it ain't no playoff round. So
oh man, see,
he might not make it to the third quarter though.
Wow, the Mac slander that you
only Mac I recognize is Beanie Mac and macaroni and cheese. You know? I don't even know who dude is.
Oh man.
But anyway, Evidence joint is but I mean he got the Primo joint and then he got the track with Rhapsody and Style.
Yeah.
Crisis with the it's some joints on there, man. I enjoyed it, you know.
Yeah, you know, he's Extended Alchemist family. So you know
they were a group at one time, right?
Yeah, they got a joint. I forgot what the name of it is, but yeah, they've done project or two together. But
Alan the Chemist.
Alan the Chemist. So yeah, man, shout to all of this good hip hop that's actually coming out. Imagine that. And it's not just mumble rap. I hate that, man.
Yo, like I hate to go back to that, but like you're not it's not 1995, man. You're not gonna turn on the radio and hear, you know, Redman and Mobb Deep and then Big and then Jay and then Meth and then, you know, it's just not going, it's never going to be that again, unfortunately.
Right.
But that doesn't mean that they stopped making the music. Raekwon had an amazing album.
Talk to him.
Last year, The Wild.
Talk to him.
I mean,
yo, if we go back to 2016, I mean, Craig G.
Going down the list. Don't make me pull out my list.
I know, but just real quick, like you go back to 2016, Craig G. I rap and I go home. Like, I listened to that joint. I was like, let's see what Craig G's talking about. I was like, yo, this joint straight. Like, if nothing else, you're like, yo, dude still can rap. Yo, I see where he's coming from. It's grown man rap. Like, you don't have to knock it incessantly, but you'd be like, yo, this is.
It would be almost if Craig G was on the radio. Not saying that he doesn't deserve to be on the radio, but but for what hip hop is the genre of pop culture, you're gonna have Uzi Verse, you're gonna have Migos, because that is pop culture. Pop culture is youth culture.
Right.
That doesn't mean that Craig G can no longer rap.
Right.
He never. I would argue that the older you get, the better you get at MCing.
Yeah.
That doesn't necessarily mean you should be a pop star or the biggest thing going.
But like the homie, like he hasn't listened to a Roots album in 20 years. Like he don't know what, he's just going off of what he thinks. I just
So I mean,
man.
And it's not. I mean, it's not just throwing shots at the homie. This is something that we deal with all the time.
Yeah.
To ad nauseum where people.
But the reason why he's a main culprit is because he actually thinks that he gives everything a shot, and you can't listen to the best album of 2017 6 weeks after it came out and say, "Oh,
no." But I played it for him. I was like, "Yo, you need to listen to this."
Jesus Walls.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah.
But, and when I was playing it, it was already like maybe like a month old at that point.
Oh yeah, if he was live at your crib, the joint came out in October.
Yeah, so this was in December.
Yeah, so that was at least a month and a half.
Yeah. This was the week like after Thanksgiving.
Years, right?
It was the week after Thanksgiving. So the album had been out about a month.
Okay, I was thinking about the last time he was. Okay, got you.
Yeah.
Either way, man, y'all old dudes, including us, man, like just enjoy what's out that pertains to your sensibilities.
And if you don't feel like looking for it,
and ignore the rest of the stuff, man.
Yeah, if you don't feel like looking for it, we right here, dog. We'll let you know.
Yo, Phil, there's certain types of ketchup that I can't tell you how it tastes. You know why? Because I don't need to know. Regular Heinz ketchup. I'm good with that. There's all other types of ketchup, spicy with mayo and
sriracha,
organic. Nah, I'm good.
Original recipe Heinz.
Yeah, I don't ever have to know. And that stuff could actually be selling more than original Heinz is now. But guess what?
Probably, yeah.
I wouldn't know. It's not for me. Yo, we have this term. This term has been put into the lexicon for you.
It's not for me.
That's it. That should be our merch. That should be our first T-shirt.
There it is.
Hey, dog, it's not for me. Whatever. Shout out to everybody listening to Tissue and the Tape, man.
It's not for me. I don't think the shirts should say that though.
Yeah, probably shouldn't say that. But
it's not.
Or whatever.
But you get it.
You would be able to get if you just put it's not for me.
Yeah,
that could mean anything. But yeah, it could mean Valentine's Day, man. There's a lot of people that feel that that celebrated Valentine's Day. There's a lot of people that didn't, man. They said it's not for me.
Every day is Valentine's Day. When you the boy, no man, no, like some people was so corny with it, like market getting food like I normally do on a Wednesday.
So let me just say this before you
tell them, Hawk.
Your sisters are like my sisters, and vice versa, man. I'd fight somebody out in the street for them. With Kelly, I probably wouldn't have to put in too much work. She would already be doing.
They don't want no problems. Killer Kels.
But listen, I'm gonna need Kyra to. She had a post, and I had to turn my phone over. I was at work. She has a crazy sense of humor, right? Crazy sense of humor.
I don't know where she gets it from.
Yeah, who knows where, right? The joint said, and my phone died, so I can't even pull it up. The joint said, it says, knock on my cervix. Like, oh man, my phone died, so I can't even see it.
Oh, I'm not reading.
Yeah. I mean, obviously you don't want to. But I'm just like, hey, everybody out there, little sisters, little cousins, little aunts, nieces, just know, man. Us big brothers, we know y'all are grown. We know you guys have relationships, have all types of things going on. But please, just be sensitive to our ears and our eyes. We still see you as the precocious young just
I literally changed the diaper, dog.
yeah. We still see you as that. So when we see certain words that pertain to certain things, it just makes us feel older than we already are.
I'm so old right now because I wanna call it. Hold on. Let's see. She picks up.
It just makes us feel old, you know. It just makes us, yeah. So
Let's see.
Well, we got a live caller coming in. Hopefully,
she should be up. She
wipe the coal out my eyes.
If she ain't anything like her big brother, she's still up.
Maybe not. You have reached.
She half millennial, so she don't like to actually talk on the phone. She rather I text her.
True.
So she'll probably call me back.
Yeah, no, my sister does that too.
Yeah, but
yes, just public service announcement. Please be mindful of your brothers.
Virgin eyes, yo.
Oh my gosh,
my old man eyes, yo.
Valentine's Day brings that out of people though. Like they like,
yo,
you ain't trying to be like this, and it's like the dude like got the chick bent over the balcony. But see, you ain't trying to be like this. I don't want it. It's like,
see, my sister is so much like me the way your sister is so much like you. So you'll probably never have that problem that I just had right there. So nah, she's way. Yeah,
never. But I mean, it's all good though, man. We did something.
Your older sister,
right? Oh well, yeah. Anybody that follows my older sister on social media, God bless you. God bless you.
Oh, that's my dog, man.
Yeah, yeah, man. Shout to her. She got a birthday coming up. Listen, man, we got a birthday coming up, Phil.
Yeah, man, April.
Listen,
we gotta we gotta
our goal.
Gotta working on
our goal is to literally have tissue in the tape up by our 4th birthday.
And tissue in the mixtape.
Yes.
You know.
Yes, yeah. that is the goal. So we're working hard, people.
You're supposed to be walking when you won, but hey, shit happens. Shit happened, man. We had them Forrest Gump braces on the legs. Yo, we about to bust out them bitches and
nah, man. We love y'all. Everybody is checking us out.
Yeah, man. We picked up a lot of new people, man. Shout out to everybody, man. Shout out, especially shout out to my dog Ty Lowe, man. Out in he from NC out in the Shy, man. Shout out to him because he's a supporter of the show.
No doubt.
Shout out to Showtime in East Rock too from the Can I Kick It podcast, and they just had a little B-boy, man. So definitely shout out to them. Definitely wanted to mention that. So random, but yeah, I mean.
So we got the 4 ladies. Speaking of ladies, man, the 4 women we just want to give a shout out to real quick.
Who we got this week?
Man, so one is one that we needed to get in this segment because she's just the definition of dope and the definition of beauty. You know, I mean, she's it. You know, just no matter how her hair is, her whatever, like Lupita. It's just, you know, she's just it, man. She's
Chocolate Girl Wonder.
You know, she's what they want Gwyneth Paltrow to be, you know,
talented,
and also just universally, just, you know, just
was that out loud?
Hey, it's all good. But seriously though, you know, just like she's undeniable. Like you're not gonna see somebody look at her and be like, no, she's like undeniable.
She's a star in every way.
For sure. No, definitely wanted to give her a shout because she needed to be shouted by us. She has an incredible resume that she's only just adding to at this point.
Yeah.
Already has the Oscar, already is, you know, part of something that could be a game-changing franchise here.
Hold on. She's in the Marvel cinematic universe and she's in the Star Wars cinematic universe. So
no, that's
come
so
on, man. That's like being the Super Bowl MVP and being like the NBA MVP at the same time, you know.
So shout to Lupita. I mean, if you want me to mangle her name, I will. But everybody, see, at this
Lupita
point on our on our show, she's on a first name basis. She's like Beyonce.
Yeah.
We don't even need to, we don't even need
Queen Lou.
Like when we say Lupita, you know what we're talking about. We ain't talking about nobody Spanish.
Not the other Lupita, because like
it is Olympics time for those people that like cold weather sports. I'm not really too into it. There are there are a couple events that are pretty cool. Anytime I see
sleep on, yo.
Anytime I see anybody black doing anything, it's always a plus. But Maame Biney, she's actually 18-year-old. She still has a chance to bring home some gold, but she was the first black woman ever on the U.S. Olympic short track team. And she tried her best for the 500-meter event. Didn't quite come out how she wanted to. She kind of got boxed out at the end. When it comes to these events, it's always first US black woman. Dog. Yeah, but no, she's 18, so she has a bright future ahead of her. She's doing her thing. Definitely want to give her a shout out.
She's a speed skater, right?
Yeah. I mean, she is super fast, like hawk you down, like that. Like I was amazed how fast, they say that they go, and to just be so agile. It's pretty cool.
If black people ever figured out the ice, man,
it'd be over.
You got like PK Subban and her, and then we on our way though.
Yeah. Shout to her. Ayme Sinclair is another young lady I like to give a shout out to. She is actually making waves.
I see what you did there.
in competitive sailing. She's actually using her influence in the community to get young girls, young people interested in sailing. Her hashtag that she created is sailing Noor, and it's to break down stereotypes to get more black folks on the water. Beautiful young lady, great spirit. Reading her story really inspired me. Please, if you can, we'll of course have some links and some things that you can check out. But yeah, definitely she's out of Westport, New York. And just getting some ladies of color out there in the water and not being afraid to try something new as far as sailing. I thought that was pretty cool. So
nice.
Shout to her. And again, her hashtag is sailing Noor. You can check her out on social media. What is Ayme Sinclair? Last but not least, Philmatic. This next woman had the internet going nuts this week, my G.
Got the internet going nuts.
Kehinde Wiley. For those that name doesn't strike some type of reverence in your mind right now, well, she's actually the person that is responsible for the official portrait of Barack Obama that was unveiled on Monday.
Wow.
It's going into the Smithsonian, and it's so nuanced that it's one of those things where you could probably look at it for like a whole bunch of times and you still would kind of pick up different things in it. But she captured just the
spirit of the man, man,
for sure. And it caught a lot of people off guard because when they saw it, they were like, "Oh, like wow!" Like it wasn't.
I've seen so many reposts of that, Joe.
Yeah, it wasn't your average portrait of a former president. So it was good to see him captured in that light. And from all accounts that I heard, like he was extremely pleased with it. So you always want to hear that. But it was a dual effort because also Michelle got hers as well, and hers was also very striking. But yeah,
shout out to the president looking like from 23rd and Dolphin. Got the fresh
yeah, you got the you got the Kenyan roots coming out, you know what I mean?
Yo, he should have had that in the last months of the presidency. Yo, that'd have been the hardest thing ever.
Oh
yo.
my gosh. You think the tan suit was something that they couldn't have got over, or the what was it, the Starbucks salute? Those were his scandals, people, when he was in office. By the
way, yeah, he saluted a Secret Serviceman with a cup of coffee in his hand, and they were trying to impeach him.
Yeah, and he wore a tan suit.
Meanwhile, Orange Boy selling secrets to our sworn enemy. And I mean,
oh my gosh, and he has the most insincere. Anytime anything happens where you actually have to have like an ounce of like human like dignity and like like just like human, like just be humane for a second. It's like he's like, yeah, to all the people. There's like, yo, we don't even want that, yo. We don't want it, yo. We don't want your condolences. Please, just save it, yo.
Did you see when the wind caught his hair? He looked like Dr. Wily.
Yeah.
from Mega Man.
Oh man, jeez, dude.
President Wario.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, no, shout to those ladies there. When our site is up, we're gonna actually definitely have all the past ones that we've had, and it's gonna be a prominent thing because what, Phil?
The tissue cares if nobody else cares.
That's right, man. There's so many ladies like just those four alone, like this right there, like doing incredible things. As we mentioned before, we're brothers, we're fathers, we're uncles, we're just nephews of incredible women. And they don't necessarily get the light.
They never get the credit they should.
You're dealing with the double minority thing. I heard this woman talking the other day at my job talking about her mom was like the whitest person you ever. She's the whitest person you ever would meet. She's very cool, like super cool. And she was talking about how her mom got money because she was it was a minority owned business. And I had to step back for a second because I was like, wait, huh? Like what? And I was like, oh well. Okay, so her mom is a woman. But I was like, that doesn't really count. If you're a white woman, you're married to a white man, and you had white parents.
You got a cheat code.
Yeah, I was like, I feel you.
She hit the up, down on him, man.
Look, don't crucify me here. But I'm like, I had to think about it for a second. I was like, minority. I was like, yeah, I started an ear hustle after that. I was like, what's she talking about? And then I was like, oh, her mom is a woman. Okay. but it just
no, when you say it like that though, it's hilarious. Like, oh.
it didn't I was like, what kind of minority is her mother? I don't get it.
No, that I mean, I get it because they definitely get discriminated too.
Yeah, no, they do, no question. But it took me a moment. I'm like, oh, that's that different type of discrimination. It's like instead of $55,000, it's 54, in my best Chris Rock voice, like it's like that. Like that's the type of discrimination. Like, yo, we were supposed to give you 100,000 for this grant, but instead we can only give you 98. I'm sorry. Oh, like that essentially. But
yeah.
Oh. Yo, that messed me up. Though. I was like, I thought she was white.
Oh yeah, her mom is a woman.
Her mother is a woman. That's right.
Oh yeah, sure was a woman.
Yeah. So
Chris Rock, yo, he got. Did you see it yet?
So I definitely fell asleep on it, and that's no disrespect to the God. Definitely was rolling from the first 15 minutes I saw. Like, yo, he's a fool, man.
Yo,
Tambourine is what we're talking about, ladies and gentlemen. New Netflix special.
We had all intentions to watch it, and then Birdman hand rubs.
Hey. Yeah, it's all good. But
You
yeah,
know what I'm about.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, but no, Phil will definitely check it out. That's something that we will probably talk about on the next episode after we both have seen Black Panther, because I'm kind of jelly right now because
because
he's already partook.
I've already landed in Wakanda. I took my Shahara, you know what I mean?
A couple things before we get out of here. We like to say made you look for things that you want to take a look at or peep. For those of you that have BT or cable package, if you have cable at this point,
yo, if you got cable and you don't got BET, that's hilarious.
Hey.
But go ahead. like I understand if you don't have cable, that's just whatever. But if you have cable, like if you pay a cable bill, you don't have BET. Wow, like what are you paying for? Like that's like having like ESPN.
Some people have just the basic, give me 40 channels.
I think that's one of them though.
I hope not.
No, I'm pretty sure they.
I'd be pissed.
Viacom. I said, you said, oh, God.
I mean,
but it's a Viacom channel, so
give me 40 channels. I don't like.
Yo, BT's in the hotels. So come on.
True. No, that is true.
Yo, like if you paying a cable bill, you don't got BET, man. You are hustling, but you might as well just go get cancel your journey. Just go get a bunch of
slang, like the a la carte joint.
Get a bunch of a la cartes.
Well, anyway.
But go ahead.
You can't bring up BT sometimes without people being like, it's a very polarizing thing because they do so much good sometimes, and then sometimes,
Prison Song, Leprechaun.
Oh God.
Man, if I see Q-Tip in State Greens one more time, yo.
Well, no, I wanted to talk about the just real quick. They have the Death Row show that's coming out.
It's a 3-part series, right?
Yeah, Death Row Chronicles. 3-part. I think it starts next week. Starts February 20th, 10 Eastern.
Yeah, so by the time you hear this, it may have already started.
Maybe.
Possibly.
Yeah, first episode, Corrupt, Michelle A.
Mystic is Mistleplix.
Getting to the bottom of a lot of the mysteries, that we, kind of already know, but have heard. I guess they're saying it's on the eve of the label's 25th anniversary, which is.
Are they going to talk to Marion?
At this point, man, at the state that he was in, I would say no. He was trying to fake like he was blind and had dementia and all that stuff to try.
I think he was because he definitely ran over somebody.
Yeah. So he was trying to, I don't think so. But yeah, 3-part series. A lot of never before seen footage. We are always fans of that. Like anytime, 30 for 30s. That anytime we could see behind the scenes stuff that we never saw footage of is always good.
It is. I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. I'm not gonna slander him until I actually see it. But I'd be hard pressed.
There's gotta be.
I mean, I'm sure. I know there is. I'm saying I'd be hard pressed to say that they got it.
Yeah. Oh, true. Well, I don't know.
I'll give them the benefit of the doubt because the last couple joints they've done. They got a passing grade on the most of the last couple, projects like this.
No,
they had the labels joint that they did that was pretty dope. Tales was cool. It kind of got off the rails a little bit, but New Edition that was epic.
By the way, the murder weapon that was allegedly used in a Tupac Shakur killing was found. Okay, so it was found in a Compton backyard. So that was another part of the mystery, and then now it's missing again.
Of course it is.
So I'm oh my God. So yeah, there's that. But there's the A&E has a special that's coming out.
USA has a
USA has one who
yeah.
killed.
These dudes are, these dudes are our JFK. Like, and this is until, I mean, it's one of those things like probably like how JFK was, where people have their depending on what side of the fence you fall on, they have their thoughts on exactly who did it. But we don't really know.
Right.
We just have speculation, and it we shouldn't even be surprised that it was only going to be a matter of time before somebody said, "Hey, man, there's a whole generation of people that
That's
care about
still right." Yep.
and it bothers them that they don't know.
Yeah, we can sell cocoa butter and shea butter in between these segments.
Yeah, because with all these drinks coming out, they also had the drink with Soledad O'Brien.
Yeah, oh my gosh.
So there's been about, not counting the movies.
The biography A&E joint featuring Valletta, that was Miss Wallace, that was dope.
Yeah, I love how they did that.
That was great.
It was well put together.
Yes.
So
yeah,
there's so much on two of the most influential people in not only hip hop history but American pop culture.
For sure.
So it's no surprise that these documentaries and everything are popping up. I won't be surprised if they have a couple more movies about their lives. I forgot where I heard it, but somebody had the idea that I think it might have been Joe Budden podcast, and they said that the Tupac movie should have been just about the night he was killed. That should have been the only thing that they talked about in the movie, and just really focused on those events.
Yeah,
and I think that's something that is worth exploring. I think that could be a dope if you just take it from the start of that night to
if I'm not mistaken, to add to your point, Brilliant Idiots, Charlemagne and Andrew Schultz had Jazz Waters on there, Jazz Fly.
Okay.
I think she kind of honed in on that. She's people know her as a blogger, and she was a writer for This Is Us, a couple other shows, Hood Adjacent. But yeah, I've heard her say that before. They had a nice conversation about that. How a lot of the biopics they try to give you too much, and a lot of times when you want to from a writer standpoint, she's saying like the story is what people already know. It's like the story within the story is what people really want to see. So if they just did something where it was just like that night, like what made him wear what he wore, what made him go to that, go to the fight, what made him get into the altercation, like that's a movie in itself versus, Afeni is in jail and then
it was so because have you seen the Tupac movie?
I just saw it on HBO.
Yeah.
And it had its moments. Like I liked some of the things that they tried to do. They tried to really accent the relationship between him and Jada, which is very special. So I thought they captured that, although it seemed like I guess they embellished on that a little bit, according to her.
Yeah,
they took poetic license on that, which that's fine. But I like that aspect of it, and then the fact that he was this important person in such a short time. I thought they kind of captured that too, in terms of him not being very old. But besides that,
you're talking about 5-6 years, from the time he was 18 up until he died at 24.
Yeah.
He did a lot.
Did a lot.
He lived several normal nigga lifetimes, yo.
No question. Yeah, no question. Yeah, like his day was like a week for people.
Yeah.
Talk about maximizing your 24. But yeah, man, we'll see what comes next, because of Straight Outta Compton, it kind of led to the Pac movie. So maybe that's died down a little bit.
And let's be clear. You know how what Flex say everybody can't come up here?
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody can't get a biopic, yo. Like, you know what I mean? Yo, I love it's so many artists I love.
Yo, I was excited when they were talking about the Juice Crew joint. I was like, y'all would love to see that. I was like, but it's tough because you don't want to necessarily. It's like, what do you do past like 90?
Yeah, like, how do you end it? Is the like? I mean, you have to freak it to a way to where like it has to be based around something. Like I don't know how
with the making of the symphony.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you could tell the story of each individual person. Like, I'm talking about as far as the end, like it had to be end with like their last show, like them getting ready for their last show, and then reminiscing back. I mean, it had to be something along those lines. I mean, the Shantae movie is getting made. I mean,
yeah, definitely.
So I mean, and they got different people that are going to play the other members of the Juice Crew. But I mean, that's a story I think would be dope. I mean, but those dudes are, are legendary. I mean, but I mean, you've seen some of the people that were talking about they need a movie about their life. No, you don't, man.
Yeah. Yeah, it would be tough. I don't know. I mean, if you want to tell me there's a Grandmaster Flash movie coming out, I'm all in. Let's do it.
But that's a pioneer. That he is hands down responsible for large segments of the culture. He made some of the people we love want to be the people they became. Yeah. So that's movie worthy. You created you helped to create the most popular genre of music in all the world. That's worth a movie. But I mean, if you made a couple albums last year, and you got a couple million streams, that doesn't make you worth a
even Master P starring Master P doesn't quite. Like you
by Master P, directed by Master P, written by Master P, edited by Master P. Best boy grip, Master P.
Brought to you by the letter P. Street. It's. But yo, if again, these are some of the things that we saw this week, and some of the things to look forward to coming up. If you have not had a chance to peep Kehinde Wiley's portrait of Barack Obama, despite how you may feel about him, whatever, it's just a beautiful piece of art. Just a lot of stuff in there. I just wanted to just reiterate that.
If you're not begging for the board back, that says a lot about you.
Yo, Phil, she had the blue lilies for Kenya. She had jasmine for Hawaii, and she had mums in there for Chicago. And he has on black Timbs. Like when I saw that, I was like, oh, like suicidal thoughts all the way. First thing that came to mind. Like black Timbs with black hoodies. Yo,
man. I'm not gonna spoil anything for you.
Yeah,
but the butler did it. No, no, even the previews. Like, I'm not gonna gas it up. Like, I mean, there's so much hype, but I could say that I was not disappointed at all. I got from it exactly what I hoped to get from it. Everybody wants something different from the movie.
Yeah,
But knowing you, I think you'll get what you expect, what you wanted, what your hopes were for the movie.
Dude,
I think you'll get them.
I'm looking forward to it, man. Like, me and the wife were talking about the last 3 movies we've been to since we've been parents. We've been to the movies 3 times, and it's a hard go, man. We went to see the reboot of the Ghostbusters, which was, whatever.
Yo, why is that Z's like favorite movie? Yo, she watched that shit like every 3 days. Yo.
Why not? It's harmless.
No, it's so not harmless.
Yeah, true. War Dogs. Hey, man, Jonah Hill, man, sign me up.
No, I like War Dogs.
And then Despicable Me 3, which we're big, huge Illumination Studios fans, so we went to see that. But I'm like, yo, it's time for us to go and like actually see like a movie, like a film, like So I'm excited about this.
Z was happy. Like she looked at me. She was like, "Daddy, this is a really good movie. Good job. I'm like,
Yeah.
like
Hey, sport.
yeah, like she was gonna pat me on the head, like I was like, yo, man.
Yeah.
But no, she enjoyed it. So like I said, there was you get a lot from it. I mean, in the previews were dope. You know, there's like my mom and my sister saw it, and they got different previews. So I'll be interested to hear what joints you got. But hopefully you get. There's two movies that when you see them, you're gonna know. Like yeah. So
looking forward to it, man.
Yeah, man. So I can't.
This is like the Super Bowl, like for
it felt I told you like I was there all extra early, like OD early, and I was like, oh man, I ain't even had to be here. But then, so we went in the theater. We was there like about 50 minutes before the joint actually started.
Yeah,
it was like 6 people in there.
But not look, and then as people started coming, you feel the energy, right?
About half hour in there, joint like 60% full.
But it was buzzing though.
Oh yeah. 10 minutes in, like 90%. People start getting them up close seats, or they peeking in like, man, should I go to a different show? Or should I risk? You know, people check. 4 and 5. They take it. Yeah,
4 and 5.
I mean, so you was starting to get to that point. By the time I was the greatest surprise of the whole thing. Not one person came in after the movie started.
That's dope. I love that.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that never happens.
Our track record as a people.
Yeah. I'm telling you, man.
It's not, we're below the men. Going in the movies late. So a couple people came in during the credits, but I mean during the previews. But
it's just cool, man. Like,
but when the movie actually started, everybody was in their seat, man.
That's what's up.
Even the baby shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
because somebody brought a baby, because it's us.
That's what niggas do.
This is us.
Oh man, on that note, man.
Not a fucking baby, man.
Yeah, not a baby. Yeah, man. Shout out to everybody listening to the show.
Yo, you gotta tell me how many dashikis you see, yo.
Yeah.
No, I counted 5.
Yeah, I'm at least all the posts that I've seen, at least everybody that's been the one, at least there's been a few at least.
Nah, I talk about live, like the one joint, she made that.
Oh.
And then one was like Bo's mom on Blackish. It was literally like it was literally like Bo's mom, Bo, but they had a little girl that was like 2. And saying it was kind of hilarious until the movie started, and it was like, all right, you gotta put a muzzle on that.
Yo, everybody got more game than Parker Brothers.
Oh man,
Davis backwards on his mic and Philmatics on the other.
You already know what it is.
Tissue in the tape. Philmatic, take us out with the fader.
Let's go. Work for that money, live for the love, and die for what you believe in. This is Tissue in the Tape. Respect, HeatHolderz.